Welcome to setting up enhanced conversion trackings for Google Ads. Before we dive in, just a moment about who I am. I'm Manisha Mistry, an instructor at MeasurementMarketing.io. As an instructor at MeasurementMarketing.io, I became a measurement marketer in 2022. I work with our dedicated measurement management clients. I'm actively supporting clients and members, and I love all things BigQuery, Analytics Canvas, and Looker Studio. Now, before we dive into any one of our learnings, we need to remember one thing. Grasp one thing today, go implement that, ride the bike, and then circle back and grab another one thing. Let's dive into setting up enhanced conversion tracking for Google Ads. Let's start. Alrighty, so we have Google Ads loaded and we have Tag Manager loaded too because we're going to implement this in Tag Manager. One thing you want to make sure is before you implement enhanced conversion tracking for Google Ads, make sure you have sign off from the business stakeholder client you are implementing this for in writing. It's important as you'll be sending first party data over to Google Ads and the business needs to ensure it aligns with their privacy requirements. Now, once you have that in writing documented or you've confirmed it with the business owner, let's go implement that. We're going to start off in Google Ads. Now, you're going to need a conversion action created, right? You're going to need a conversion created in Google Ads. You're going to need to make sure if you come into that conversion and you go enhance conversions, that this is checked. Use enhanced conversions, make sure it's checked, right? Use enhanced conversions for this conversion action and hit save. We don't need to hit save because ours was already checked. The next thing, if you have not set this up in Tag Manager, is you are going to need to come in here, click on here, and you're going to need the conversion ID and the conversion label. We happen to already have this purchase set up. What we are going to do is enhance it so it actually sends over the user data so we can do enhanced conversion matching. So let's hop into Tag Manager. Okay. Before we do anything, we need to TBV, trust but verify, we have access to first party data when a purchase happens. So what we're actually going to do is click preview mode and recommend you do this for the client or your business if you're implementing this for yourself and go connect. And we're actually going to walk through a test purchase and take a look at what information is available to us. So I'm going to go add a product to cart. Just make sure Tag Manager is loaded. Perfect. I'm seeing stuff on the side here. Okay. We're going to go view that cart. And we're going to come through, we're going to go proceed to checkout. And now we're just going to, get some details in here. I think we already have details. Perfect. And we're just going to place our order. And here we have it. So we're just waiting for confirmation here. Okay, order's been received. So we're going to hop back into Tag Manager now. Okay, so actually let's hop back into checkout for 1 second. So the first place you may want to look for first party data is the URL. Sometimes you may have a cart that puts first party data in the URL. Maybe the first name, last name, email is in here. So check that. But for us, we're not seeing it in there. So the next place you want to look is come back into Tag Assistant. Go find your purchase event. See, it's right here. Click on it and go take a look at your data layer. And because we're on a WooCommerce cart and we're using a plugin called GTM for WordPress, the good news is we have information of our customer in our data layer. So I'm actually going to scroll down a little and you will see that in the order details part of the data layer, under customer, under billing, there is all this information that I can go grab. And as long as I have signed up from the business, or if this is my business and I have TBV, trust but verified with, my privacy laws, I can send this over to Google Ads. Now, how do you get this information? Well, in this case, because it's in our data layer, we're going to create something called a data layer variable. We have those created, so let's actually pop into Tag Manager and go to variables. Once it loads, you're going to scroll down and we have one created here already, but let's create one together. So you're going to go new. You're going to click on here and you're going to come down and go to data layer variable. Okay. Once you come in here, this is how it looks. Make sure this is version 2. Now, how do you name this? So you're going to actually go back to Tag Assistant. So what you want to do is look at this. See this first curly bracket? Go find the first value. So the first value is order data. So just go highlight it and Control C on your keyboard and go back and paste it in. Now, you're saying go to order data and you say go into the curly bracket. To say go into the curly bracket, you're actually going to do a period. Now you want it to go into the curly bracket and you don't want it to go into attributes, not totals, right? You want it to go into customer. So you copy that, Control C, paste, and then you go down. Now you want it to go in customer. You don't want it to grab ID. You want it to go in billing. So just copy that. Make sure you put your period, paste, and then make sure you add your period because you're saying go into this curly bracket and go give me first name. and paste. So it's go into order data, right? Go get order data. In there, go to customer. In there, go to billing. In there, go to first name. We like to copy this and just do data layer variable, DLV dash that. So people can see right when they come into your tag manager, into your like variable section, what this is. Okay, so we're not going to save this, but you can save this. We already happen to have this saved, so I'm going to disregard this and scroll down and show you where you have that. So we have that right here. So what we did is we created a data layer variable for each of these values we have in here. Okay, once you have those created, you're actually going to come into here and you're going to go new, and you're going to scroll down. Let's scroll. And you're going to look for user provided data variable. Okay. And what you're going to do here is, yes, you can do this automatic collection. We don't recommend it. We recommend doing a manual configuration so you can decide what information is sent and what information is collected. So all you're doing here is then coming in here and saying my email is in my data layer variable email, and my phone number is in my data layer variable phone. And then you're just going to go down the list and name each one. And you don't have to have values for each of these. So if you happen to only have email, that's fine. Just keep this as not set, and that's fine, and just save it. Okay, I'm not going to save this because I'm going to disregard. Come in here and show you our one that's done. This one's done, and we have all our information right here set to go. Okay, so now that we have all that, and how do we then get that and send that over with our tag? Well, come into your tags. We're going to look for our purchase tag. Okay, so look for the word purchase. Come down here, and let's look for our Google Ads purchase. It's this one. So now we already have our information here. We have our ID, we have our label, we have our value, all that good stuff. What we're looking for is include user provided data from your website. Now all you have to do is check the box, show this drop down right that appeared, click this and pick your user provided data variable and click that and save. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to close out our preview. We're going to fire the conversion again now and TBV, trust but verify that user data is also sent to Google. So coming into here, we're just going to connect. And here we go. Add to cart. View cart. Coming to here, proceed to checkout. Just want to make sure I clicked on that. Proceed to checkout. Let's just make sure our tag manager is firing. And we're just going to change the number here. I like to change the number as we're testing. It just helps me keep track, right? Sure I type that properly, and we're going to go place order. Hold on. Alrighty, come into here. We're going to look for that purchase event in a minute. Okay, so we know that's completed, but we're just waiting for our purchase event. So scrolling down, looking for the word purchase here. Okay, so first of all, let's TBV that our data layer variables have values. So our data layer has the information in it. Perfect. Our variables, scrolling down, our data layer variables, remember we had all these? Have values in them, so that's good. So now go into our tags, go to our Google Ads, click on this, and go show. And then we'll see that it has this enhanced conversion value, and as you can see, it's sending over our information. So there you have it. That is how you can send first-party data to Google Ads using Tag Manager. Alrighty, what was your one thing? Was it that you could send Google Ads first-party data, or was it that you should capture that in writing from your client before you implement it? If you found this session useful and want to stay tuned for more exciting stuff we have coming in the coming weeks, we recommend you hit the subscribe button. As always, let's take a moment to mention our measurement marketing framework. Our framework helps us go from marketing in the blind to marketing where we can reliably grow revenue and profit. When it comes to setting up Google Ads, that is in our build. That is where we are measuring our results and how, and making sure the platforms know a result has happened or a how has happened. Now, if you want access to learn more about the framework and many other free tools, we recommend you take a look to our academy. And you can join the Measurement Marketing Academy by going to measure.tips/getacademy. When you joined the academy, you have access to Ask Instructor support, where you can ask questions live to myself and Julie and many of our other instructors. So there you have it. That was setting up enhanced conversion tracking for Google Ads.